The 2024 Haven Lighting Winter Training was full of hands-on experiences that covered the entire spectrum of landscape lighting installation. But one experience we wanted to focus on was how our guests had the opportunity to do an actual commercial lighting install of large commercial sconces on the outside of the Haven Lighting facility here in Northern Kentucky. First, let's hear Haven installer and instructor Mike Wilson discuss what they're about to do before everyone headed outside to get started.
What we're about to do is that we're going to mount commercial sconces on the building. So everybody's going to be hands-on learning how to mount our commercial sconce on a commercial building. We're going to measure it out first. After that, once we get our measurements out, for our spacing of each light, then we're going to go ahead and, start installing.
So the process started with getting a plan together for this project as a group and figuring out any hurdles that needed to be addressed before starting. Mike and his team have done tons of commercial jobs and shared their experiences of things to watch out for while doing this install. And this job did have an issue come up that they needed to address before they could start drilling and hanging the lights.
So what we've been trying to figure out is our spacing between each light. We kind of ran into a little bit of an issue where we have these bump outs in different sections. So we have a bump out here, and then one all the way down at the end. They're all different sizes. If you measure the whole building, it would put our lights in different spots. So one would be really close to this bump out and give you a lot of shadowing. So we had to switch it up a little bit and measure between bump out to bump out. And that's where we're gonna get our new spacing. So that's how we're trying to figure this out right now.
Next, they measured things out and got started on installing the sconces, using a scissor lift and all the proper safety equipment. And yes, they are really drilling into our building and permanently hanging sconces. As the day carried on and sconces were starting to get hung, we also had stations inside the warehouse where people could work on repairing an irrigation system, core drilling, running wire under sidewalks, and more. Now, as we head back outside, our first crew had finished hanging a sconce, and the second crew was mounting a light with the plan and measurements that the team came up with. Our third and final crew for the day put their safety harnesses on and began installing the final sconce for the day. Most people in attendance had never done any commercial work, so learning these skills opens up a whole new world of opportunities. Once everything was installed, everyone moved inside and got a rundown of how the wiring and electrical side of the install works. Plus, they received recommendations of wire types and equipment for best results. Everyone worked on creating and executing a plan to get the wires connected and run through the building down to the machine room where the transformers were being installed. The team then finished up the wiring job and the sconces were successfully hung on the side of the Haven building. This was a great experience, and we cannot wait to do more training events here at the Haven Lighting facility. Follow us on social media at Haven Lighting and be sure to subscribe on YouTube to stay up to date on when our next training will be. Thanks for watching.